It's that time of the week where we are previewing the New England Patriots' upcoming game against the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Sierra Goodwill, here with Evan Lazar and Alex Barth. It's key matchup day, our Friday tradition. But obviously this Cowboys offense is the main point of focus, so we're really going to break it down. But first of all, let's talk about Dak Prescott as a whole against the Patriots defense.
Yeah, this is probably one of the best quarterbacks. I think the best quarterback, just all-around passer that the Patriots have faced this season. I know Ben Roethlisberger in week one, Lamar Jackson's kind of a different animal, but the ability to throw and run for Dak Prescott, I think, really makes him a whole different kind of beast for the Patriots here this week. The biggest thing for them, though, is obviously going to be some gap discipline, right? You can't let him run around back there forever. But I also think that taking away Amari Cooper, taking away his first read in the progression, forcing him to get through the full field and really sit in the pocket and scan the entire defense and beat the Patriots throwing to some of his secondary guys like Michael Gallup and Randall Cobb and his tight ends and things like that. That's going to be the key for the Patriots. The film backs that up. When you let Dak hold the ball a little bit more, he has 7 interceptions this year on passes of 2.5 seconds or more, 2.5 seconds or less. He only has 2 picks. Passer rating also plummets, 70% completion rate on those quick throws. So you really need to get him to hold the ball a little bit.
And I think we talked about this before the Baltimore game. Pass rush versus contain. They can't be overextending themselves going after Dak Prescott, not letting him break the pocket, not letting him extend plays. Because, Evan, you mentioned pass rating does dip when he has time to hold the ball. But if he doesn't have to throw and he can take off with his legs, he can beat them there as well. So, again, not a game where sacks are hugely important.
Yeah.
Just keep him in the pocket. And like you said, the longer he's holding the ball inside the pocket, the better the Patriots defense. That's an indicator the Patriots defense is doing what they want to do.
He's really a supplemental runner now. Right? Running is kind of his secondary thing. It's when all else fails and the whole play breaks down, he can still scramble and either scramble to throw or scramble for first downs. So that's going to be key. It's not so much the design quarterback runs. It's not the read options. It's not like they're going to call a bunch of QB draws like Lamar Jackson did. It's going to be more so just limiting his scramble ability and then limiting him as a passer.
One of the most intriguing matchups we look at week after week is Stephon Gilmore and whoever he's matched up against. This year, this game, it tends to be Amari Cooper.
Yeah, this is a heavyweight matchup. I mean, we've thrown out names, Robbie Anderson, Hollywood Brown. Now, this is another level. Amari Cooper is an elite receiver in this league, and what he does, his strengths, match up with Stephon Gilmore's strengths. So it's strength versus strength in terms of the player, but within the matchup itself. Cooper, and by extension Dak, are the best in their position in the league on throws to the boundary, throws within a couple of yards of the sideline. Stephon Gilmore is the best boundary corner in the league. So a lot of this battle is going to be fought outside the numbers, and it's tough. Stephon Gilmore said earlier this week that, it's very deceptive with the longer routes that Cooper runs, that he can really adjust last second. So we're going to see how Gilmore plays him if he shades him to the middle of the field, which I think may be something they do with safety help over the top. But you talk about strength versus strength. Gilmore and Cooper is strength versus strength, and I know you said in the open that the secondary receivers for Dallas can still burn you, but Dak is not having this MVP season without Amari Cooper. If you can take him away, I'm not saying it's easy. It's not like some of these other games like the Jets where you take away Robbie Anderson, it's all off the table. But if you take away Cooper, it does really force the Cowboys to adjust. And we talked about, I know I'm going long, one last point. We talked about it on Wednesday. When this game does get to adjustments and it gets to the coaching staff making decisions, turns into Bill Belichick versus Jason Garrett. I think the Patriots would take that.
You mentioned the multiple threats on the Cowboys offense, and one of that is Ezekiel Elliott, and 2 guys that will be important in that matchup is Lawrence Guy and Zach Martin.
Yeah, so I know I'm going a little bit with the no names here, but really Zach Martin might be the best guard in all of football. He's up there for sure. Over the last couple of years, been an all-pro multiple times. Lawrence Guy, we all know what he can do. Great strength at the power point of attack, great leverage, plays with his hands well, but really stopping Zeke Elliott, who this year hasn't been quite as explosive as he has been in years past. His longest run of the season so far is only 27 yards. Usually we're used to Zeke running for 60, 65-yard touchdowns. They haven't broken one of those quite yet with him, but really that entire rushing attack is still 3rd in DVOA, Zeke is still 8th in rushes of 10-plus yards, so he's still breaking off a lot of 10, 15-yard gainers. This is a diverse offense, right? They can run gap, they can run zone, they can pass the ball, they can run the ball, they can do everything. So this is not just a stop one thing type of offense. So the Patriots are going to have to be ready. Lawrence Guy versus Zach Martin and Travis Frederick also at center. Throw Danny Shelton in there too, and the linebackers. That's going to be in the trenches is where this game is going to be won and lost. We can talk about Cooper, we can talk about Dak. We've done it all week long, and it's a lot of fun to talk about those guys. But what happens at the line of scrimmage when the Patriots are on defense and the Cowboys have the ball is going to decide this game in the end, even if it's not the sexy thing to talk about.
This Patriots Press Pass is brought to you by betonline.ag. Head to their website, enter promo code CLNS50 to receive your welcome bonus. For all the rest of our Patriots content, head over to our website at clnsmedia.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel at CLNS Media.